Okay, so why is it that we cannot find people who are like us? Or if I have a better word for it, why do we always end up in a group or in a circle where we feel like we are not the one? And there's this book behind. It's called Surrounded by Idiots. I haven't read it yet, but the focus of the entire book is that why do you feel that people can't understand you? People can't match the frequency that you are thinking at. And so you usually question, are people around me actually benefiting me? Do I have real friends? Am I really social, or is it my fault? Is it their fault? Like, you start to go around in this anxiety full questions where you're just questioning the existence of yourself, you're questioning yourself again and again, and that just demotivates you, that just decreases your self-confidence as well. So what we are going to talk today is, how do you need your friend circle to be, or how do you have good friends, or what are the checkpoints, as we have talked in further videos, what would be the checkpoints that you have to tackle in order to get the good group of friends who can actually match your frequency of thinking and match your frequency of vision. Okay, so the first thing is, have some of those guys. Now, I'm not telling you to kind of break all your friendships with the guys who have been through all of your time, like you are the underwear friends, like you are there with each other from the very beginning. I'm not saying you to just leave them apart or just cut out from them. I'm just saying you that when you are with them, your mind should be on like, this is entertainment, this is fun. Okay, I don't have to use my brain, I don't have to use my brain to understand them, because we have been here from the beginning, we know each other out, and there's nothing here to be used brain, we are totally here for fun. And once you understand that, you also understand that there's this single group that you'll have who'll always be, we need to use our mind, we need to understand each other, we need to grow together. So I'm talking about that group. Okay, your fun group, but understand there should be a difference and there should be a limit in your fun and your work and your work mode friends. Okay, you should be all in one goal together. And that's what my first point comes is, your friends or whatever you call, who are your acquaintance or who you are looking for as a partner, or whoever XYZ, your friend circle should be in such a way that they have as big goals as you or even bigger, right? So it should not be like your friends believe that you can't even earn $1,000. For example, they don't even believe they can get a normal job, and you over here are thinking to build big business which can go to multiple funding rounds, which can be big in future, billion-dollar company, unicorn, this, that. Okay, and this is the level of difference you don't want in your life, because one side of you will then constantly be thinking how to grow further, how do I reach my this particular vision or goal, and on the other side, your friends who believe very mediocrely or very below you. And the problem with that is, you kind of stand in a very weird place where you are thinking high and the world around you thinks very low. And so you are kind of like, what if I end up like them? But no, I have big goals. But no, what if I end up like them? What if this is reality? This is just a fictional world. Okay, so you start to question it. And when you start to question it, it starts to affect your work, it starts to affect your productivity, and you're not doing it wholeheartedly anymore. Okay, because now you're thinking about the work. And that's what I say. Dumb people are really successful in their life just because they don't think positive or negative. And here's the same thing. One side will show you, oh, you can't do anything in your life because why? Look, all of these guys have done. They couldn't achieve anything. And that's true, 99% wouldn't achieve anything. And that's why we also talked about what 0.1% would do. And it's really easy to differentiate yourself from that 99% in this generation. So you need to understand the group should be that kind of forces you to grow, that kind of makes you kind of feel the shame that why are you not growing. Okay, you should be really ambitious when you're in that group. So let me tell you about this. One of my stories is, when I was back in that big coaching, for my entrance exam, I was in a class where people were average, average. They were good than me, some were bad than me, but the average class which we usually have. But in the next year, the second year of my preparation, I decided to shift to the morning class. And what happened is, morning class had this specific 1 hour, okay, of study session where you have to just do self study. There are no teachers, nothing. You have to sit in one room, you can self study, you can go home, okay. A majority of the people from that morning batch even used to go home. But there is this one benefit. What these coachings do is they usually separate out, they usually filter out those children who are scoring really high and make a separate class of them. And that class was just opposite to me. Now, both of these batches, my batch and that star, that cool kids batch, they both have that study session. And so, what I used to do is my class usually goes away because who the hell stays for self study, right? So, everybody goes home and then I'm alone in my class. So, what I do is I shift in their class for self study, okay. And so we are studying and I study with them, I talk to them. And I really remember this thing that after I did that for a month, the next exam I was really scoring around them, the topper kids. I was scoring around them. And this is like, they scare the shit out of you. Are you, why you're not doing anything in your life? You start to question yourself. And it's a good way. You want to grow. And these people are already growing. So you also want to match the frequency. So you go above, then they are above, you grow above. Okay. So this is the real benefit of a good circle and good people who kind of want you to succeed, don't want to downgrade you, or people who match your expectation or above your expectation. The second thing is your dedication and values also should be same. Like, you just cannot be with people who are ready to, for example, make money through gambling, casinos, and different kind of those mafia activities, and you here want to are totally belonging to God. You believe in God. You believe that you want to make something that makes your parents proud. You want to build something that creates a legacy. You want to do something good for humanity. Then these characteristics don't match. Okay, so I guess these 2 points are really important. Is one, they should have as big vision as you, and second, your values should align. Okay, because it's usually the values that will entertain your entire circle for a longer duration. Or else it would be just that, oh, you grow, he grows, oh, we're done, next point. You are away now. If you want to build a family type, long term relations, and that's really because of the underlying values you would have. And I have seen big groups survive because of values even after they are in loss. And I have seen the profitable groups who get discarded just because the values and their vision don't match. And that comes the third point is your vision should match. Your journey, your end goal should match. Okay? Because if you have different directions to go in, maybe your values match, but you both want to go in different directions. Just give me a basic idea. You want to go in ad tech, and someone wants to grow as grow a XYZ AI company. So you don't match, you don't align. Yeah, you obviously you can join them further, like an AI joins into a tech company. But just think about it. Someone wants to open a store, like a clothing store, and you want to go into an tech, right? So these are two different, very polar opposite things, right? And I know you can merge them further, but still your directions are different. That guy's passionate about clothes, you're passionate about education. That's totally two different things, right? So definitely your values match. He wants to do something good, you want to do something good. You're both in your good own ways. Maybe you both believe in God, maybe you are different, you have similar characteristics. And this is the reason that comes, the fourth point is, sometimes it's really the one key component when you are choosing your partner in a business, your co-founder in a business, is you always find a co-founder who matches your values, who have the same vision as you, but skill set wise he's totally opposite. So for example, you are very interested in marketing, you're very interested in the contents related stuff that will make the company boost. You are really passionate about design and everything, but you don't know how to do all the finances, you don't know how to do all that accounting stuff. So you really need someone who's way better than you at that thing, who's really interested, who's really keen in that thing. Okay, and in look, this sounds very, uh, what do we say, very toxic and very superficial, that you have to find people who help you benefit yourself. And this sounds very wrong, but guess what? This is how groups have been going on for years. This is how people choose their friends for years. You just do them psychologically. You don't think about it cognitively. You don't think about it practically. And so you are feeling very weird when I'm saying these things. But this is the way you choose the correct people in your life. Okay? Or else the suffering that you have been facing is many times because of the group that you are surrounded with. And this is just the last thing that I want to say is, we all have heard that your network is your net worth. But there's also this one thing that I want to say. I guess Alex Hormozzi says it in one of his videos is, you don't become like the person you admire. You don't become like the person you admire, you become like the person you want to impress. So be careful about what you think about people, okay? Because if you want to impress an XYZ person, he'll become like that, not to the people who you admire, okay? So that be it. Stay safe and keep a good circle around you, keep a good friend circle around you. That'll help you succeed a lot. And remember, success is not in your hands, it's in God's hands. The only thing, the only role that you have is to work hard, work without thinking about anything positive, negative. Okay, bye. Stay safe.